There's a lot of hurt out there, and we just did this research project that shows some 690 abortion facilities still open our country post-Dobbs. We presented this project in order to go out and actually see what's happening on the ground.
Documenting the front lines of the pro-life movement, a unique journey 2 years after the overturning of Roe to find out the next best moves for saving the preborn. Coalition Life is a ministry of professional pro-life sidewalk counselors, prayer volunteers, and resources that started more than a decade ago. Today, it has 43 staffers working in 3 states and has helped more than 4,000 women walk away from abortion facilities. In seeking to expand the organization, the founder, Westbrook, wanted to get a better idea of what was needed, so he and his wife decided to hit the road and see for themselves. But as you'll find out, they weren't alone.
The tour includes 20 states, starting in Missouri through Illinois, all the way down through Georgia, Florida, all the way up the eastern seaboard to New York, then Ohio, Detroit, which is also Michigan, Indiana, and then back home. So 20 total states, dozens of abortion facilities, tons of interviews.
The trip was long, one state to the next, day after day of new cities and unknown neighborhoods for 34 days.
One day we visited over 8 abortion facilities in one day, and it was a tough road.
And at times, dangerous.
We had one tire that was just going low. We ordered a couple new tires. Those were the wrong tires, literally fishtailing down the highway. It wasn't easy by any stretch of the imagination.
But their mission was clear, and they felt called to keep moving forward. After about a year of planning, Brian and Marissa Westbrook finally began a more than month-long pro-life tour. And they weren't alone.
They said, the only way we can make this work for our family is if we include our children.
7 children ranging in age from 16 years old to just 1 year took part in the journey.
We just took our transit, our 15-passenger transit, and we pulled out the last couple rows. We jammed it full of everything you could need for a month, and then some. And so we just stayed in hotels, and then we did some Airbnbs.
The family of 9 piled into a van to experience the pro-life movement firsthand in cities other than their own. But the Westbrook children weren't just along for the ride.
We had the children help plan out what cities. They had a Google map, and they mapped out the abortion facilities and the pregnancy centers.
They were an integral part of outlining the trip, documenting the stories of those they met, and posting them online.
The children, they learned everything from video to lighting to uploading, computer skills.
They're learning different laws that are going on in each state. They're learning how to communicate with people, how to, just basic skills, like life skills.
More importantly, they learned about spreading the pro-life message. Each child had a specific job at the pregnancy centers and abortion clinic sites they visited.
They took their job serious.
They did.
The 4-year-old had the salt, so she had to sprinkle it on the sidewalk, and the 6-year-old he drew his pictures.
Yeah,
the birds.
We've got hundreds of pictures out there in front of these abortion facilities of just life, and we were really excited that the children were able to bring those prayers to the sidewalk. Nothing's more powerful than the prayers of children.
The other ones were either camera crew or help with the baby.
The family prayed, drew chalk pictures of life and love, spread salts blessed by a priest, spoke with pro-life advocates on the sidewalks and in pregnancy centers, and gathered information on how to provide the option of life for women near these facilities.
So when we're looking at these abortion facilities nationwide, we want to know what the landscape is on the ground. And so we were making notes of fences and sidewalks and parking and the general environment. Does it feel like a safe environment to do sidewalk counseling at? Was it not?
They did come across hostile environments for pro-life advocates in some areas.
So we were in Boston, and we were just recording, and there were 4 women escorts there. And One of the sidewalk counselors handed a woman information, and immediately the escort there ripped it out of her hand and threw it into the sidewalk counselor's face. And we were all just shocked.
They didn't want us to be able to talk to these women.
The Dobbs decision may have enlightened some states to protect the unborn, but not others.
Most eastern states, they're just kind of, it was a speed bump maybe in these eastern states, and there's a ton of work still to be done on the ground.
Advocates for the unborn are now forced to go on the defensive.
What we also saw is that states like Massachusetts are pushing back by the state itself is spending $1 million to smear pregnancy centers. That just doesn't seem like a very good use of tax dollars. And in New York State, they're now going after these pregnancy centers as well. And they're filing lawsuits and saying that they are false or misleading just by offering help.
Brian Westbrook says not all hope is lost. The work he sees is inspirational and bigger than we realize.
All we saw throughout the entire Eastern Seaboard is pregnancy centers who want to love and give. They gave us a paradigm, a brand new paradigm as far as what is the pro-life movement and how big and broad the movement is, which I think is very, very big. There's a lot of hidden pro-life involvement and pro-life ministries out there.
But the Westbrooks also say it's time for the pro-life movement to up their game, to increase public relations, be loud on social media, educate families on the realities of abortion, and join forces.
In order to push back on the billions of dollars that the pro-abortion movement has, we need to collaborate. There's no way we're going to win this cultural battle if we don't work together. Got to, step on the ground in front of all of these abortion facilities and pray for an end to abortion. It's something we've never done before. I'm not sure if we'll ever have a chance to do it ever again.
We made this 34-day journey together, and you'd think that we'd fight at the end of this, but I think it's actually made us stronger.
And they hope documenting this tour will bear much fruit.
Our vision for 10 years is a country where every single woman who seeks out an abortion would first meet an advocate for life.